So the question I want you to consider and to ask yourself in this whole thing is, who gets to decide what is productive or not productive for a man? And I believe the only one who should be doing so is the man himself. So while I believe that this do nothing and transmute this energy comes from a place of good intent, it still subjugates men to a woman's authority. I don't even know how a man can have the proper masculine frame if it is his wife who gets to decide whether a man has an orgasm or not. Like, mommy, I've been a good boy. Am I allowed to do this? What I believe is the most effective way in handling this situation is to execute the proper order of operations. And the proper order of operations is a sequence or flow that you go through when your sexual energy arises. And the first step is that you will invite your wife to participate in a good time with you. Now, there are a multitude of ways to properly initiate, and we don't have time to go over all of that today. That's not this video. But if your wife is physically present, or she will be present shortly, then you will approach her and invite her to a good time. And if she declines for whatever reason, then you can choose how you're going to spend that sexual energy, whether that is with a solo party or redirecting to other endeavors. But men are not told that it's theirs decision and theirs alone. They are told that it's sex with your wife or nothing. Taking care of yourself isn't even an option in that equation because the downside is just too severe and morally repugnant. And much of that I agree with. But nobody ever brings up other choices, like masturbation without the use of this adult online content, or using it sparingly or minimally with full knowledge of his wife. Now, please note, I did not say consent of his wife. I said with knowledge from his wife. Because once again, seeking consent is handing over the sexual frame to her, and that is not something I would advise you to do. And even the subject of viewing adult online content is not even so black and white. There's a lot of factors there that you must take into account as to how damaging it is and what exactly are you looking at. So I just can't get behind this all or nothing approach where it's sex with your wife or nothing at all. And I just don't think it's a realistic approach that is going to work for the majority of men. And I just prefer to work in reality instead of some kind of optimistic idealism. So I think a better approach is something that is much more individualized with a proper risk-reward assessment, a know thyself kind of approach. And that is something that can work for the majority of men.